I told my team to stop using ChatGPT. If you want to stay ahead in AI, this is the video to watch. Because people are still using ChatGPT in 26 the same way they did in 25, they're about to get left in the dust. This is the one thing nobody mentions about ChatGPT. It's not the full AI version, just the easy one. There's always been a more powerful version hiding underneath, but it was locked behind code. Only developers could use it last week until OpenAI changed things and released the version developers have been using all this time. And built it into an app anyone can open, powered by the latest model GPT 5.5 underneath. They're dubbing it the super app Codex, a working application, a pitch deck. A launch video made without me touching any code, design, or editing software. Hi, I'm MF. I've launched 3 companies with the help of AI. I've logged over 200 hours testing codes since they launched. As of this week, my whole team swapped from using ChatGPT for our daily work to Codex. ChatGPT is your dad's AI. ChatGPT is Facebook. The folks actually building in AI have moved on. If ChatGPT is Facebook, Codex is Instagram or Snapchat. Choose your side by the end of this video. You'll know exactly how to use it real quick before you leave. I host a free WhatsApp group where I share all the AI tools, prompts, and workflows I'm currently using. Most things shared there show up on this channel about 3 to 4 weeks later. The people inside are already building with tools most of YouTube hasn't heard of yet. The link's in the description. Sign up now or check out the next video and see why you should have signed up today. Alright, let's get started. Alright, first off, let's get you configured. You just need to head over to Google, type Codex, and you'll end up on a page where you can download the Codex, an app for Mac or Windows, and you're done with no setup. You don't even need to use a terminal or GitHub or anything like that. I get it. The name Codex makes it sound like a dev tool. But trust me, this app version is made for regular users. You install it just like you install Spotify, and that's it. What is Codex exactly? Imagine it's like ChatGPT, just on steroids. ChatGPT mostly just chats with you. Codex chats with you, and it can handle tasks for you. It can open files on your computer, run software, build apps, design pages, and send messages on Slack. That's what people call an agent in plain English. An agent is simply an AI that does tasks for you. It's not just an AI that answers questions. That's the whole difference. Understood? Great. Let's get started now. Check out the sidebar. You need to pay attention to 3 things. First, your projects, where your work lives. And second, your plugins, where you connect codes to other tools. And third, automations that you set up to run in the background without you. We're going to use all 3 of these today. Now, this is where most people miss the magic. You click on plugins and check out Google Calendar, Slack, Linear, Not Ion, Figma, Canva, everything. What does this actually mean? This means codes can operate across all your apps. So this is what I've got running every single day at 9 a.m. An automation kicks in. It does 3 things. First, it checks my Gmail. Then it locates the most recent issue of the newsletter I follow called Staying Ahead with AI. And lastly, it gathers all the main points and makes a PowerPoint deck for my team to check out. Check this out. The deck was made today, not by me or my team, but by Codex while I was sleeping. This is how an automation works, and it saves me an hour every single day. So here's how to set it up. Click on New Automations in the top right corner of the screen. Assign it any title. I'm labeling this newsletter summary, and here's the prompt I'm typing. Check my Gmail, grab the latest Staying Ahead newsletter, and pull out the key points and summary, and make a PPT for me to check. Next, I click on Worktree, then Local, and choose the project you want it to run in. Then pick the time you want it to run. I'll go with 9 a.m. and click Create. So this is the outline I can see that was created on the newsletter GPT Image 2 test results. Highlighted workflow and design use cases, limits and failures. Now I hit Generate the design, send the follow-up, and it'll go, then make the design for me in Canva. And it took a bit of time, but now the deck is made in Canva. So now you know it came up with multiple options, so I can check on one that showed up. There you go. It's a full presentation now. I can ask it to make any number of changes. Plus, I've already done this. You'll experience this daily at 9 a.m. and you can do it too. Just pick one repeating task in your week to handle. Assign it to an agent so you stop doing tasks manually that don't need a human for the next use. Create an app leveraging codes. Here's my concept. Folks in major metropolises like Bangalore and San Francisco want to find offline meetups, founder events, art communities. My app will use AI to connect them with the Miendasam. Write ones for now, just Bangalore and San Francisco. So I'm writing this in the prompt and labeling it as a web app. It's asking for permissions, offering 3 choices where the first is default. Pauses work whenever it needs a review from our end. And the second one is auto review, which only asks you to review big things like a password. And the third one is full access, meaning it doesn't need any permission from your side. I'm opting for full access on this build. But if you're nervous, begin with auto review and switch it up later whenever you want. Now hit send and see this codex doesn't just start coding, it comes back with questions like a product manager would. Who is the user? What kind of events? Where does the data come from? How should the matching work? This right here is the difference with old AI tools that they spit out random results when you give a prompt, while Codex acts like a teammate that actually wants to collaborate. Clarity before building Codex even gives me 3 brand names to choose from. Common room near folk, third place. I am going with near folk. And we move on now, the part you saw at the start. Not gonna ask Codex to design my screens directly, instead of using the paper canvas design tool. And it connects to codes via something called Mac. No need to stress over the term. Just realize that Codex can now drive paper just like a car. So I tell Codex, hey, use paper to design the screens for near folk. The paper file is open on my desktop, so go ahead and watch this closely. The mouse is moving by itself. Codex is literally designing the screens for me inside the Paper Hero section, including the buttons, text, and the conversational chat interface for the AI concierge. We're designing the entire marketplace screen live on the screen. Be honest, the first time I saw this, my brain didn't know what to do. A computer used another piece of software just like you and I would. That's when it clicked. The skill isn't the design tool anymore. The skill is knowing what to ask. 4 screens are ready to take you through the home match flow, marketplace, and experience detail on the concierge, but we're not finished yet. The drawing was only the beginning. See what happens when Codex actually builds the app from these screens. There's a moment coming up that I actually had to rewatch because I didn't believe it at first. All right, let's get back to the finished build design. Now let's actually build the app since the screens are ready and make a plan for building the application. Get my approval, then start building the complete app. Hate is setting this thing called plan mode. This matters. Plan mode means Codex isn't going to start coding right away. It is going to think through the entire build first. Show me the plan and only then start. It asks me a few more questions. Should this be a full stack app? Yes. What stack are you using? The suggested option works great. No login required or no login for now. See that I'm not faking, I know what these mean. Just picking the recommended option every time. That's a completely valid strategy. Codex is smart enough to pick the right option if you let it. The complete build plan shows up. The whole thing looks good with detailed database structure, page routes, and components. Hit submit OK, and now Codex is actually building. Check out all this code zooming by. Don't bother reading it. You don't have to. This is the part where you let the agent workmate build. I figured I'd better narrow things down, so I wrote, hey, just build the first 4 screens for now. But I don't want to interrupt the agent and break the flow. So I tap that small drop-down labeled steer, meaning chat with me on the fly while you're working through adjustments. In real time so I can control it. The agent changes the scope on the fly without breaking the build. All right, quick break. Codex lets you check out code even if you don't know how to read it. Check this out. The code includes a line with an AI password for OpenAI. I want to switch to a different service called OpenRouter because it's cheaper and gives me access to more models. So I just click the line, type the comment, and want to use OpenRouter API key instead of OpenAI. Directly and submit. That's the whole edit. Didn't change the code, just added a comment in plain English. Check out my comment and update it. Be real with me. How many of you thought you needed to learn programming to build apps? You don't. You just need to know what you're looking for. You need to be specific and you need to leave clear comments. Q, the fix codes will handle this after wrapping up the current task. Go ahead and check it out. Codex wrapped up the build and, all by itself without me telling it to, launched tests on the desktop app. And on mobile, it found out the mobile version had a bug. A component was forcing desktop width on the mobile view, so it halted, created a plan to fix it, ran the fix, and then it retested the 20-second bug. Bug caught, bug fixed, bug verified. And I was in the kitchen at that moment I mentioned at the start, the one that broke my brain. This comes back. Did the agent catch its own mistake since there's no human in the loop? And fix that so now it's not just a tool but a teammate, showing the real context since your company pays me to work this out. ready to build exactly these kinds of workflows for their teams. And getting the AI to find its own bugs like this is something I usually have to chase technical teams for. About for weeks, Codex did it all on its own with no prompting from me, running completely autonomously. And now here's a feature people will miss fork into local because it splits your chat into a parallel one with the same context as a separate thread. So now two things are going on at once. The original chat is still building the app. And the new chat I just forked, I'm going to use to make the launch materials by typing a prompt in. Use the forked chat to go through the app and make a 4 to 5 slide PowerPoint presentation so I can show this to the top company leaders saying, we're running these events and they can collaborate or sponsor them. This creates a revenue stream for us as we're requesting a 4 to 5 slide PowerPoint. You'll need a presentation to pitch this to potential sponsors, plus create an 8-second launch video with good music. Those are the two things. One prompt running both PPT and video in the background. And here's the deck. 4 slides for a sponsor pitch. The copy is sharp. The layout is clean. If a junior team member Italia. I got this, and I'd guess they spent a week on it. But this only took 4 minutes. And the launch video is 8 seconds long, set to music with motion graphics and near-folk branding. Ready to post on Instagram and LinkedIn. Now anywhere you want. Let me actually use the app I just built by typing into the chat, I'm looking for good founder events in Bangalore. The AI concierge thing suggests an event called Founder Walks in K Aban. Click to request a seat. The form is ready, so fill it out and submit it. And yes, it actually functions, letting people sign up, request seats, and browse Bangalore. Or in San Francisco, everything's live. See, the reason I operate 3 companies with AI isn't how I'm a developer, so it's nowhere near the reason it works. Because of one thing, learn to give AI clear directions and then walk away. This is the shift. You don't need a 10 lakh rupee budget. You don't need to learn programming. Just need to know what you want, since about 70% of your viewers aren't subscribed yet, and YouTube won't show you. If you don't tap and AI moves fast, missing a week sets you back a month. That's it. Codex now, if you'd like to watch similar videos, I've covered a similar tool called Manos AI that is just as powerful as Codex but created by a Chinese company with